So this week, the question of what should I give up for Lent came forward, and Lent is starting this Wednesday, March 1st, and will go on for the 40 days. And it got me to think about the things that I've chosen in the past to give up for Lent. So giving things up for Lent can show up in a variety of ways. We can choose to fast from, like children will go with chocolate or a game console or, sweet, something like that, TV. Adults will typically choose something like coffee or alcohol or smoking. There have been a couple times I've decided to give up alcohol, and that's been beneficial just for my health, but at the same time, just edifying relationships around me. And then also, one year I did a consecration to Mary, which was incredibly helpful and amazing in all that is learned through that. So that is an option. Another year, actually, when I was still discerning my vocation, I chose to not talk to any guys at all. And this was 2 years ago. And essentially, with the help of my spiritual director, we kind of figured out 2 weeks in that it just wasn't working. So we switched to not talking to guys on Fridays. And it was essentially from that I was actually able to finalize my vocation to marriage. And it wasn't necessarily with Alec, who I'm married to now, but it did send me from, okay, I should be pursuing a convent to, okay, I should get married and have children and have a family and everything like that. A big thing about if we do decide to fast is to offer something up when we do seek that craving. So say I decide to give up chocolate. Anytime I have a craving for chocolate, I should pray Hail Mary or maybe an Our Father or whatever prayer. Maybe you have a little prayer card that's really near and dear to your heart, or simply just offering something up. In 2015, Pope Francis, his Lenten announcement actually stated, instead of fasting from a substance, why don't you fast from indifference toward others? So, I did another video, the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. That is a well-known quote, and it's true. And so Pope Francis is calling us there to actually fast from indifference toward others. So to show others our love, to actually care, and maybe it's filling up a bag every day of old clothes that we have and giving those away. And it can be anything. But the biggest thing is to pray about it and listen to God. And if you feel a calling toward giving something up, say, okay, how is this serving me? How is this peace that I am feeling led toward? How is it serving me? First, answer that question. And then after that, ask, okay, what could I supplement instead of that would serve me more? And then that way you can find the answer for yourself for what you should give up for Lent, because all of our things are different. Like a deal that I would have done years ago to help discern my vocation may not be prevalent now. However, it can also be something like, I'm going to go to confession once a week during Lent. Lent, the whole thing is this preparation for baptism. Anyone that's gone through RCIA is preparing for their baptism, for confirmation, and it's all about conversion. So we want to give up a sin and replace it with something good for this constant conversion. They say it takes 21 days to make a habit. It's 40 days that we're able to really... I know that they say that Sundays aren't technically involved. Last year, when I had given up alcohol, I was like, okay, great, I'll have a glass of wine. And everything kind of went down the tube. All of a sudden, I didn't give up alcohol for the rest of Lent. And so I think that, at least for me, in my experience, dependent on how heavy the habit is. Obviously, now I'm not drinking, even not in association to Lent. But if we're able to find that within ourselves, ask how it's serving us and what we can do to supplement something that will serve us better. I think that if we truly submit to God and to the Holy Spirit that's within us, that it will lead us to what is going to best serve us in this journey, in our conversion process, which are all so unique to each of us. So God bless you all. I hope this helps. If you'd like to share what you're giving up, please feel free. A lot of people, sometimes that's helpful just so that somebody else knows. Share it with your family or however that works for you. And I'll see you guys next week in this first week of Lenten prayer. So have a happy week. Happy Fat Tuesday. Enjoy. And have a great Ash Wednesday as well. We'll talk to you soon.